So we're with Coghill here in Hull at Tommy Coyle's gym. First time I just watched you train. I know that you've already trained today, but how's camp been so far with 16 days to go?
Good, yeah. We've flew through camp and everything's been going good. Training hard, 2-3 times a day some days. My recovery's been brilliant. Recovery's probably the best recovery I've had. In terms of like my day recovery, like obviously everybody, you train hard one day, you spar, next day you could be aching the next couple of days, but my recovery has just been like that, quick. I've got some great team behind me doing my rehab, so it just enables me to give another hard session, do you know what I mean, and put that work in, because I'm not tight, I'm not aching anyway, I've got no injuries. So yeah, it's been really good. My weight's been perfect. It's probably the best I've done my weight, yeah, so everything's going well.
Brilliant. Obviously, going on to moving on to Tommy, your trainer.
Yeah.
Well, not recently because you've had time together now, but you're training now with Tommy all the time. Have you noticed the improvement since you've been with Tommy and yourself as a fighter?
Yeah. So the way I fight has probably slowed down a little bit towards the rounds. So we're doing longer rounds now, so it's probably slowed down. But my fitness has increased massively because he's driving me, he's pushing me, he's with me every day, making me work harder than I've done ever. So he's making me fitter, he's making me stronger, and it's not long ago he was in the game. He was in them 12-round fights, he was in them 12-round wars. He knows what it's like to be in there and what you got to do to get out of it. And yeah, we've just been working on the things that he used to work on. And more importantly, he's making me not fight the way he fought. Sometimes he went in with a war and didn't box at all. Now he wants me to do a bit of both, and everything that he's done in his career, he's seen the good things, the bad things, he's made mistakes, and he's making sure that I don't make the same.
Brilliant. Why do you think this is the right moment to push on for titles? You've gained your experience of fighting journeymen. Why do you think this is the right time to push on for titles?
I believe it's because it should have come a long time ago. You know, with COVID's just threw 2 years away from me, and I'm not getting any younger. I'm 27 now. I want to be pushing for them big 12-round fights. I want a TV deal. I want what everyone else has got. I was the young kid watching Tommy and Luke on Sky. Now I want to be in their shoes and doing the same thing, but like I say, I'm not getting any younger. I need to start winning some big fights, some good fights against kids with winning records, title fights, and I'll probably get them opportunities if I get them fights, but I can't leave it any longer. It's been 2 years through COVID, and I had to pull out when I was supposed to fight for the title, so yeah, I can't leave it any longer. We
saw how Hull got behind Tommy.
Yeah.
As well, and like you said, you've got a good backing yourself. What does that mean to yourself, having the backing of Hull behind you on your journey?
Yeah, it's great. I've got a great support, great backing. I've got a few coming down on a coach. We've got Les Holland coaches have supplied me with a coach, so thank you very much for them. We've got a good group of fans. Not fans, I don't like to call them fans because I'm not like that type of person. I call them friends. If they're buying a ticket, they're a friend, not a fan. So yeah, it's nice to see a lot of people coming to support me, even though we're not fighting in Hull.
Moving on to your opponent, I've had a chance to chat with himself. He's trying to maybe push a few buttons, trying to get you riled up a little bit.
Yeah.
How would you kind of react to some of the stuff he said?
I are, to be honest. To be honest, I watched his first interview because it was his first interview. I wanted to see what he had to say about the fight, but I haven't watched his interview. I got tagged in it today, but I haven't watched it. I don't need to watch it, you know. I don't need to see what he's got to say. Whatever he does say ain't going to change the way I'm going to fight. It's not going to change my mindset. I know what I've got to do. We've been working on it for 8 weeks. I've got it all planned in my head, what I've got to do. And that's all I've got to do. I've just got to get in there and do it. I don't need to be throwing words backwards and forths, trying to wind him up, him trying to wind me up. I don't need to listen to it. I just need to get in there and do the job.
I know that both of yourself have said the word about pressure.
Yeah.
He said that if you're not feeling the pressure, then it is a bit odd. Like you said that you don't feel pressure with fights like this.
No.
Go in there and perform.
I'll be honest with you, I don't feel pressure in any fight. I fought in national finals, I fought in box cup finals, I boxed Gary Cully. I went to, just before I turned pro, I watched Gary Cully stop his first 2 opponents at a box cup, and then he's 6'2", I had to get in with him. And this is a kid that's fighting for a world title soon at lightweight, a kid who won a gold medal in the European Championships. And I sat there at ringside, and I didn't get a butterflies, I wasn't feeling no pressure. I thought, you know, get in there and enjoy it, Conor, and that's what I do. I get in and I enjoy it. Win, lose or draw, I get in there because I enjoy doing it, and that's why there's no pressure on me.
Do you feel that you're, like you said, your amateur pedigree of you being within the amateurs, do you feel that will be the difference on the night, that you are maybe levels above Salvin?
I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think as it stands, there's no favourite. I don't think... people will probably say I'm the favourite because I'm unbeaten. People say he's the favourite because he's won the title before, he's done it before. But that makes it 50-50 on the scorecards. Whether the fight's going to go 50-50, who knows? But on the scorecards, it probably does look 50-50 to me.
Moving on to your previous fights, like you have been in wars, do you feel that's played into your hands a little bit, knowing that you've been in them wars, knowing that when you do get in them situations, you know what to do, you know how to react? Do you feel that benefits yourself?
It's not just that. I've been in a fight where I've been hurt, and I've not crumbled. I've been hurt, and it gave me the opportunity to put it right before I got a loss. So if I hadn't have had that tough fight, then I could have gone into this fight now with them mistakes, and over 10 rounds you can't afford to make them mistakes. So having that fight gave me the opportunity to look at what went wrong, and like I say, I studied it every day since, and I put it right. So I was fortunate to have that fight. I don't think being in a war can make you a worse fighter. I think if anything it makes you a better fighter, because it makes you correct your wrongs.
Moving on, I know that not every fight wants to look past the next fight, but you said you want a TV deals, you want to be, do you know what I mean, you want to be in the,
yeah.
You want to be up there with all the other boxers, the top boxing hall, like Tommy and like Luke Campbell and stuff like that. Is that where you want to push on? You want to push on for English titles, British titles?
Yeah, of course I do. At the end of the day, I do love boxing. I enjoy boxing. I've done it since I was 10. But you want to go all the way. You want to take it as far as you can, and to do that, I've got to win titles and I've got to push for bigger fights. And I know that Steffi's said to me that if I can get these fights won, then I've got the opportunity to fight on TV. And fighting on, I mean, it's every kid's dream, innit, to be on TV, to fight for a title on TV and be live and have people back home watching and supporting you. And there's no better feeling than that, and that's what I want. That's why they've supported me. That's why my sponsor has sponsored me, because they want me to get to that point where I'm on telly.
Like you said, it's a 50-50 fight in many people's eyes. He likes to come forward, apply the pressure. You like to box with the back foot. Do you reckon that does make your styles will collide for a great fight on the night?
Yeah, I think it will. He said he can box. I can box. I can fight. We'll see. I think it will be a good fight. It'll be a 50-50 fight. I think it's not all going to be one way. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to being in there.
Moving on to the final question, Conor. I know that I've asked a lot of people this, but do you feel that you maybe have enough to get him out of there on the night?
We'll see. We'll see.
Brilliant. We'll finish on that. Cheers for your time, Conor, and I wish you all the best, mate, on the night.
Cheers, thank you.